Hewlin. So this is Hewlin Street,
Southwest Fort Worth. That's just what we feared. Look at that car there. It's up to the hood in floodwaters, and that is exactly what we were talking about here. That is hopefully the people that were in that vehicle are out of it. I can't tell if there's someone still in there or not. They had to swim out of that car if they were in that thing. Let's hope they're safe and they got out of there. But you can clearly see there, that is a...
Vanya, hi, guys. I'm here.
Yeah. What can you tell us?
Yeah.
Were the occupants in that car? Are they still in there, or are they out of that car?
It doesn't look like they're in that car, but we do have first responders now blocking off this road to make sure that no one else is going through the same thing. It also does look like we have like a pipe burst here also. So I think that's also impacting this. But again, this road is completely flooded. It's starting to flood over into the lining parking lot, and it's really picking up very, very quickly. Again, we are seeing this road, Hewlin Street, just blocked off, making sure that other people aren't driving through. Again, we are seeing another road down on Hewlin that's trying to get onto I-35 that is also blocked off. We did see some very flooding also. So again, just being careful as you are out here. Again, but it looks like everyone is okay here. We are not seeing any people inside of that vehicle, but we do have first responders here.
Now, so Hewlin Street, are there any other landmarks around there just to give people at home an idea of exactly where you are right now? What is located around you? Can you give us any additional information on a cross street?
Yes, it's very difficult to see inside of a vehicle. Can't see the cross street here, but I am seeing an Orvis and Lawrence's, if that is something that's identifiable to people.
Okay.
But again, it's just really a lot out here.
Okay, so Hewlin Street there obviously has now been blocked off by high water in Fort Worth. Vanya and her crew giving us a live picture of there. She says that there may have been a water line burst there that contributed to this as well, but very, very heavy rain. This area is under a flash flood warning, and you can see they're panning over there. That car, fortunately, the occupants not in it any longer. They got out of it. Not sure if they drove into that and then had to swim out of that car, but there are first responders there now on the scene, blocking off Hewlin Street there due to some very significant flash flooding. Flash flood warning is in effect still for not only Fort Worth, but surrounding areas of Tarrant County.